A little over 50 years ago, I saw written on a notice board at work these words: "You're only young once." And then some cynic put some other words underneath it, which stay in my mind. "You're only young once, but you're old for a long time." This got me thinking, even way back then, that there are an awful lot of years between 30 years of age and 84 years of age, far more after the young years than before those young years. So this expression, "you're only young once," seems to infer that you've got to live all of your life right then and there, because it's going to run out. And you're going to run out of opportunities. You're going to run out of vigour and zest and enthusiasm for life. And so many do. But the point of the matter is, we still have more than half of our life ahead, on average, when we're 40 years of age. They say life begins at 40. I would say no. I would say the beginnings of maturity start, generally, for most people, at around about 40. That's the time when they start looking at their mortality and thinking, what's it all about? Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? And if they're serious about the matter, they derive ways to find out what they should be doing with their lives. Some, of course, never do. Some never grow up. They go out buying bigger and better toys, grown-up toys, hot cars, motorboats, speed motorcycles, and all this sort of thing. Nothing wrong with that, providing these things are not simply the end in themselves. To try to escape life through forever searching for enjoyment, you're never going to find it, because there are two sides to the coin: joy and its opposite. You cannot have one, or happiness and its opposite. You cannot have one without the other. How will you know you're experiencing happiness if you've never experienced its opposite, unhappiness? Great happiness, the opposite is deep depression. Surely, as I think Buddha or somebody like that said many years ago, the middle path, the middle way, is the best. Now, we all know that psychologically we have mood swings in our life. Sometimes those mood swings are enormous. And when they are, well, the psychiatrists and psychologists call it bipolar. You're up too high or you're down too low. The middle way is to be equanimous, to enjoy it all and accept it all. When you accept what is, it doesn't mean that you then remain inert, powerless. You have to accept what is at this moment before you can begin to change it. You often hear this expression, "I'll fight for this" or "I'll fight for that." When you say you're going to fight for something, it means there is opposition to it. And opposition causes in you more opposition, and so forth. You gain all sorts of tensions and angst by opposing something like that, something imaginary in your mind. But if you accept it, if you go with the flow and accept what is now, as I said, accepting doesn't mean to say that you do nothing about it. Accept and then choose from there. And of course you can do that once you become mature enough to realize that you can do that. Once you get enough self-knowledge and self-insight to know that you really are the captain of your ship, the master of your soul. Because the captain of your ship and the master of your soul is the real you, monitoring the thoughts and emotions in your mind and choosing which to reject and which to accept, and not identifying with those emotions and thoughts as being the essential you. You're only young once, sure. Get out there and enjoy it, because inevitably sometime during your life you're going to start thinking to yourself, what's the point of it all? What's the purpose? What's it all about, Alfie?